What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the branded dude. Guys, we have another gameplay here. We are going up against Maliss. This Maliss build is not going to be your typical Maliss deck profiles that you're all used to. I was going up against a friend who wanted to test out his build, for his locals and everything. So I decided to hop on the duel. I am playing the 60 card branded with Nadir Servant. Again, like I did mention, I need to try cut down the deck from 60 to maybe like at least try to go between 40 and 50, but it is so difficult, guys. I don't know, guys. I'm so attached to certain cards. I feel like I gotta play it. It's gonna come up in this situation, whatever. So I don't know, guys. It's a bit of a struggle for me, but I would say that while playing Nadir Servants, I felt that as much as Nadir is a really good card, there is a case where I feel that if I were to change my deck list a little bit, branded, like the end phase effects, if we're able to benefit a lot from the end phase effects of our fusions and whatever else can happen in the end phase, it can really put us in a good spot. Nadir Servant, sure, good card. You can set up your graveyard with the fusions and potentially get a draw of Garura, but it's like you're just sacrificing what exactly branded is capable of doing. I don't know. There was some, like in this game here, I felt like I didn't need Nadir Servants at all. Sure, if it were to resolve, it would have been good position, but I don't know. My opinion on Nadir Servants is sort of leaning towards more like I don't think I should play it, but obviously let me not speak too early. So we're gonna test out a little bit more and see how it goes. Obviously, I am prepping for an OTS that is happening soon, so yeah. There's going to be a lot of testing from me, seeing what build I want to play. So, yeah, anyways, enough talk. Let's hop in straight into the duel. So, here in the rock, paper, scissors, my opponent won and he chose to go first. But in our opening hands, we open opening, Aluba, Super Poly, Deployment, and Magnamut Super Poly. Pretty good to break a Maliss board. Opponent opened Maliss and Underground, Terraforming, Serenia, Talents, and TB11. So, my opponent is going first. So in main phase, he activates the field spell, and here he's going to banish Dormouse. Dormouse will summon itself, and he's going to use its effect where he will banish white Chessy Cat. Chessy Cat will hit the board. He then goes Terraforming first because now he wants to get a Maliss card that he can banish for Chessy Cat's effect. Then goes Chessy Cat effect first, obviously banishing the Maliss card first of the effect. If you guys go up against a Maliss player and they draw first, don't let them do that. They need to banish the Maliss card first for Chessy Cat's effect. So banish the field spell, draw into a lure and into another copy of Chessy Cat. My opponent sets TB11. He then goes a Lure of Darkness where he draws into 4 loss and what's this, MTP07, so he banishes the Chessy Cat. Next, he sets the MTP07, so he has 2 Maliss trap cards that are set. He links off into Splash Mage. Splash Mage will reborn the Dormouse. He will then link off further into Red Ransom. Yeah, Red Ransom. Red Ransom here will search a field spell. And now he's going to activate TB11, banish Red Ransom to special summon White Rabbit. Chainlink 1, Red Ransom. I don't think he doesn't go White Rabbit for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but anyways, moving on. Red Ransom banishes Dartscaper. Dartscaper will summon itself. And then now he's going to link off into Link Decoder, and he will link those monsters off into White Binder. Now the issue is that you're going to see that my opponent is going to use White Binder effect, but the White Binder effect to set. He accidentally here, my opponent forgot to trigger Link Decoder's effect to summon itself. He forgot. It is what it is, but yeah, because of that, it really affects his plays now, how he's going to further combo off. So he uses White Binder to set GWC06. Moving on now, my opponent is going to normal summon 4 loss because he forgot to trigger Link Decoder's effect to summon itself. Now he has to find a way to put more bodies on the field, so he normal summons 4 loss. He then uses Serenia to banish Chessy Cat. And now he's going to link off into Heartscriptor. Just ignore that reborn of Serenia there. He was just thinking what to link off into. So he links off into Heartscriptor, and he's going to trigger Serenia to Foolish Burial Duosworm, and he passes. So we draw for turn. I don't use Magnamut in the end phase because we get the search, but the issue is Heartscriptor will then banish it, and I feel like I want to try keep as many, I would like to keep bodies on the field that we can utilize. So I decided let me hold off the Magnamut and we'll just make use of it in our turn. So we draw for turn and we draw into tragedy. So we have a good discard for branded opening. We go to main phase. Nothing to do in the draw phase, so I decide main phase is fine. We go fusion deployment with no response for our opponent, so I chain branded opening, which also has no response, so we discard what's his name, tragedy, summon a Luba, and obviously I summon Cartesia showing Grand Gugno for off fusion deployment effect. Chainlink 1 Aluba, chainlink 2 tragedy. My opponent here has no response, so I search Quem because remember we did not normal summon yet, and we search branded fusion obviously. So now moving on here, I go branded fusion. I don't normal summon Quem yet. I decide, I have super poly. I don't know what the situation will be where maybe when I'm performing a fusion summon or discarding, for Lubellian's effect, how many cards I'll have in my hand, or generally I don't know if I'll have enough cards for super poly, to be activatable. So that's why I don't normal summon Quem just yet. So we activate brand fusion. Our opponent chains GWC06 and he reborns White Binder. So now we know our opponent is going to attempt to banish our materials in our graveyard. So I decide to go for Lubellian, the fusion monster. So I sent Albaz and Adlib. I sent Adlib obviously because I'm not playing what's his name? I'm not playing the Tillman card, so I could have sent Bistio Sereni or something, but I decided, you know what, let's get rid of the bricks in our deck. So we got rid of Adlib. On res, Chainlink 1, discarding Aluba. For some reason on DB, it's like clicking buttons for no reason. I didn't even click end my turn, whatever, but anyways, ignore that. So Chainlink 1 Lubellian and Chainlink 2 White Binder here. It's going to banish Red Ransom, White Rabbit, and Dormouse. So that resolves. Cool. Banishes all three, and we fusion away into Mirror Jade. And now on res, Chainlink 1 Red Ransom, Chainlink 2 White Rabbit, and Chainlink 3 Dormouse. Opponent here there is going to take some life points, and he's going to summon his Maliss monsters. On res, it's going to be I think he goes, that Jessie Cat wasn't supposed to be summoned. Anyways, he goes White Rabbit effect. Oh no, sorry, he can't go White Rabbit because all the traps are already like out of the deck basically, and with Red Ransom he decides not to use it. So yeah, anyways, ignore no triggers on the resolution of those Maliss monsters. So moving on, we then I think we go Cartesia, to which my opponent goes Chainlink to MTPO7 because he controls a Maliss Link monster, he can banish a card as well. So to this we chain Mirror Jade, attempting to banish a monster, no response, and then to this we go Chainlink 3 Super Poly, discarding Quem. Now discard Quem because I have Bestial Mag in hand and I want to make use of its effect. So I decide, we can sacrifice Quem, so that is why it's there. And also remember guys, we did send Titanic Clad to the graveyard, so we can still summon a copy of Quem from our deck in the end phase, because in this build I am playing 2 copies of Quem, and it was actually in this situations where I realized, playing 2 Quems is good. Like I understand playing 2 Quems has been a good option, but the ways I hated drawing into either one of them, it was so horrible. Anyways, but that's why we discarded Quem. So we fusion away his Heart Script and White Binder to go into Garura, and Mirror Jade will banish the last Link monster. So now MTPO7 will not banish any cards we control. Opponent searches Dormouse, and we resolve Cartesia, sending away Garura and herself to go into Grand Gugno. On res, Chainlink 1 Grand Gugno, Chainlink 2 Garura. Garura we draw into Albaz, not a good draw, anyways it is what it is, and Grand Gugno here will dump Serenia. Serenia will dump Bestial Lubellian, because remember guys, we're gonna summon Magnamod, so may as well set that up. Now we send Serenia to be Foolish Burial Bestial Lubellian just to mull out deck a bit further. So anyways, moving on, now we also go Magnamod, banishing his Link Decoder. I just banish a Link monster because access code can be a thing, so we're trying to get rid of Link monsters for access code. That was my thinking there. Obviously we don't want to banish White Binder. Hot Scripter did was it Hot Scripter? No, Hot Scripter was already on field. So White Binder, Hot Scripter, we don't want to trigger those, so we banish the Link Decoder instead. Summon Mag effect will get the search and end phase. We summon Bestial Lubellian. Bestial Lubellian will place Branded Regain, because obviously we're going up against Maliss. So we're going to make use of that effect to shuffle back and draw. We enter battle phase. Now in battle phase, obviously because I accidentally clicked end turn, so you're not going to see any attacks being declared. So we just attack White Rabbit with Lubellian, we attack Dormouse with Grand Gugno, and we attack for 3000 damage with Mirror Jade. Main phase 2, and we do proceed to end phase. End phase Titan effect. Summon Quem. Quem here will Foolish Burial, branded High Spirits. High Spirits, and now we're going to go High Spirits to add to hand. We're going to go Cartesia to add to hand. Now here I realized that after resolving High Spirits and Cartesia, I don't have any other Albaz related cards to summon except obviously I can't summon Quem of Quem's effect, so I should have kept that Cartesia in the graveyard there. But so yeah, that was a slight, I don't want to say misplay, maybe that was not a good idea. I should have left the Cartesian grave, but yeah. Magnemite will search us a Jerusalem and we pass turn. Opponent draws into Allure of Darkness for turn. Main phase, Allure drawing into Kolbai and Magnemite, and he's going to banish Dormouse. Dormouse effect will trigger. Here I decide not to use Regained to shuffle back. I decide, there's a good chance he might. Well, the thing is, I don't want potentially White Rabbit to hit the field, or even I guess one of the Malice Link monsters. So I decide, let me not use it on Dormouse. And also if I do banish Grand Gugnol, I want to be able to shuffle Grand Gugnol back because I am only playing this one copy. So that's why I didn't use Regain there on Dormouse effect to reborn itself. Anyways, on rares we do go Grand Gugnol, which our opponent allows, and then we summon Quiritus from our extra deck. So here if I had Cartesia in the grave, I could have triggered Quem, but obviously my opponent had Kolbai and Bestial Magnemite to counter that. So anyways, yeah. Moving on rares we go Regained effect, shuffle back Grand Gugnol, and we drew into Nadir Servant. Cool, so we technically have like follow up for next turn. Moving on, my opponent goes Bestial Mag, banishing his White Binder, which triggers White Binder to summon itself and draw a card as well. So, and also Chainlink to Magnemite, and Chainlink 3 we go our Regain to reborn our Magnemite, which our opponent allows. So yeah, White Binder summons, draws a card. Did he not draw a card there? My opponent forgot to draw a card there. Okay, unfortunately that is a slight misplay there. Anyways, we go White Binder, Chainlink 1, and Chainlink 2 it's Magnemite, and White Binder banishes his Heart Scriptor and Red Rabbit, and he banishes our Branded Fusion. Cool. Heart Scriptor will trigger, and White Binder will also trigger. That shuffle of White Rabbit from Banish to Grave was a misplay there. I mean, not a misplay, misclick. So anyways, Heart Scriptor summons, White Rabbit will also summon itself. Now White Binder will trigger to set GWC06 from the grave. And here my opponent will go Heart Scriptor, going to shuffle back Red Ransom to banish a card on the field, and he banishes Quem. He gets rid of Quem, obviously he doesn't get rid of Murjade because it will trigger its end phase pop effect, Quiritus because it will trigger its effect to reborn, not reborn, special summon a Luba or Albaz from deck, and he gets rid of Quem because Quem is good for the long game, so yeah, may as well get rid of that. Moving on, my opponent then links off into Firewall Dragon. He then triggers Firewall Dragon to add Dartscaper to hand. Remember he has a normal summon, so he normal summon Dartscaper. Now he's going to link off into Tempest Terahertz. Dartscaper would trigger to reborn from grave because he already used the effect when it was banished. Now to this, he was attempting to go to main phase, so we went Quiritus, and now in battle phase he uses Tempest, sending D-Save Worm, which boosts its attack to 2-5. Now he attacks into Bestial Lubellion for 2500 damage. He doesn't attack Murjade because obviously Murjade is higher. I mean, he could have attacked Murjade, get rid of it, and Murjade won't be able to trigger its effect because Tempest says it negates any monster effects activated during by us during the battle phase. So he could have gotten rid of Murjade. He could have done it that way, but yeah. Anyways, I guess he forgot that was a play for him. But anyways, he links Dartscaper into the, what's his name, Lingoribo. Then he links off into SP. SP here will banish our Branded Regained. He then goes Talons to taking Murjade. So yeah, I guess he had another way of getting rid of Murjade. Links off into Protect Code Talker. So yeah, guys, I think the reason for playing this card might be because if you just look at its effects, basically I cannot target Link 4 higher monsters with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by battle, and also he can banish Link monsters from grave whose combined Link ratings equal exactly 3, and special summon this Link card. But the whole point is basically he can banish his Malice monsters to reborn this, and then the Malice monsters will be triggered after they are banished over this. So I guess that's the reason why he wanted to play this. This is his build. So yeah, Protect Code Talker. Moving on, he sets a card. Yeah, he sets Kolbai and he passes turn. End phase, he gets the mag of the search of mag, and we get a search here. We decide to search for Albion the Shrouded that way because we can send Retribution, and yeah, that was the whole point. I wanted to send Retribution and just get a draw. So yeah, we draw for turn. We draw into Sarania. Cool, another Bestial. We then go Albion Shrouded, sending Retribution, draw into Branded Lost. Cool, that's a good draw for us actually, so we don't need to search for it. But on res, my opponent goes GWC06, summoning White Binder. White Binder is going to attempt to banish Retribution, ad libitum, and my opponent decides to also banish Bestial Rebellion. But to this, we just chain Retribution just to add Brand Opening Hand, because why not? Yeah, may as well make use of its effect. Bestial Rebellion, ad lib, get banished. Moving on, I go Quiritus Effect. Yeah, my opponent was supposed to gain life points day off GWC06, cool. But we go Quiritus Effect, making all his link monsters attack 0. And yeah, the whole point is we can potentially try go for game. We activate Branded Lost. Yeah, nothing here. We then go High Spirits, showing Albaz, sending Albion, and we add Springet's Kit to hands. That way we can shuffle back Branded Fusion. We then go Kit's Effect to summon itself. On Summon Effect, we'll add back Branded Fusion to hand. And here we'll put back Nadir Servant, because yeah, I don't think we'll need that. The reason why is because, remember guys, Garura's in the grave. We have a lot of fusion monsters that are out of our deck. So there's not really like good fusions to send off Nadir. And also I guess off Maximus, so that's why I put Nadir Servant. I decide I don't want to use that effect. Moving on, now we go Sarania, where I target his D-Save Worm, so that Branded Fusion can resolve. Because remember guys, is it D-Save Worm? Yeah, D-Save Worm, basically this card, what it does, I think it negates, let me just get this, negates the activation. Oh, okay, negates the activation, so I didn't need to worry about D-Save Worm because I had Branded Lost on the field. But you know, may as well just get rid of it, just in case it comes up later on. So yeah, to this, my opponent chains Kolbai, targeting our Serenia in our graveyard, and to Kolbai we chain Durasworm, targeting this Serenia in my graveyard, so that way Kolbai doesn't negate Serenia. But anyway, Serenia won't summon itself, but we still banish D-Save Worm. Now we go Brand Fusion. So yeah guys, the reason why I attempted to banish Cyber's D-Save Worm is because I thought it said it negates effect, but now I see it actually negates activation. So Branded Lost was going to help us anyway. So anyways, moving on, we go Branded Fusion, sending Durasworm and Albaz into Rebellion, Chainlink 1 Rebellion, discarding Cartesia. The reason why I discard Cartesia is because I have Branded Opening. So Branded Opening, it would be a better card. It would be better for me to discard Serenia of that to trigger Serenia's effect. So anyways, Rebellion, Chainlink 1, Branded Lost, Chainlink 2, searching Mercury as a monster negate. I think I forgot to use Durasworm. I forgot to trigger Durasworm's effect there. The reason why I sent Durasworm is because I wanted to trigger Durasworm's effect when sent to grave, but for some reason I forgot here. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, we search Mercury and we shuffle back Merjade, Rebellion, and a banished Quem to go into Preskynion. The reason why we're going to Preskynion here is because one, I want to recycle Merjade and my banished Quem. That's the main reason why, because I am playing only one copy of Merjade. Anyways, on res, on the summon under protection of Lost, we go Preskynion to reborn Hot Scriptor to our field. Cool. Now we change Quiritus to attack and we attempt to enter battle phase, and my opponent has nothing to stop it. And yeah, because we're going to just deal damage for game. So anyways, we take game number 1. Moving on to game number 2 now. Opening hands, you'll see we open Nadir, High Spirits, Albaz, Rebellion, and Adlib. Opponent opens Dartscaper, Malice and Underground, Allure, Judgment, and another copy of the field spell. So starts off with the field spells. Dormouse will summon itself. And Dormouse is going to trigger, banishing White Rabbit. White Rabbit will trigger, summon itself, and set TB11. Normal summon Dartscaper, link off into... Yeah, so he linked off into Link Decoder with, Dartscaper, and now he will link off into Weird Ransom, and then it will be... Oh, whoa. No, okay, not with Dartscaper. He must probably use Dormouse or one of the Malice monsters to link off into Link Decoder, and then using the other Malice monster, Dartscaper and Link Decoder, he went into Red Ransom. So Chainlink 1, Red Ransom, Chainlink 2, Dartscaper, Chainlink 3, Link Decoder, whichever the Chainlinks are. Basically, those 3 effects are being activated. Such as the field spell, summon Link Decoder and summon Dartscaper. Cool, now he will link off into White Binder. White Binder here will banish Red Ransom and Dormouse. Red Ransom and Dormouse will trigger it. Dormouse also? No, okay, not Dormouse. But Red Ransom will banish Chessy-Cat, and Chessy-Cat will summon itself. He then, that was a misclick. He's going to go White Binder effect to set GWC06. He then Yeah, so he was just clicking the wrong button there. He then goes Chessy Cat's effect, banishing the field spell and draws into White Rabbit. Oh, well, 2 copies of White Rabbit. He then goes Allure, drawing to Jursum and Kolbai, banishing the White Rabbit. He then goes TB11, banishing White Binder to summon Dormouse from deck. White Binder will trigger. It's going to summon and he should draw a card. Yeah, draws into Dominus Impulse. Good draw there. Opponent then links off into Splash Maid. Splash Maid effect will reborn Chessy Cat. Then links off into Protect Code Talker. And then he will link off all these monsters to go into Neo Tempest, Terahertz. Then sets Judgment, sets Kolbai, and proceeds to go to the end phase. And now he goes Neo Tempest to Foolish Burial, D-Save Worm. So yeah, he ended up quite a crazy board there. So we draw for turn, we draw into a Luba. In main phase, I go Bestial Rebellion, searching Magnemite. I could have searched Jerusalem, but I decided, maybe that end phase search might be really good for us. Bestial Rebellion targeting his D-Save Worm. Yeah, cool. Chainlink 1, Magnemite, no response here. We summon Bestial Rebellion. I don't use Bestial Rebellion effect yet, so I just go High Spirits first. And here I go send Albaz and Titaniclad to search for Cartesia. That's where I can summon Albaz from my hand. Cartesia from my hand. But on res, my opponent goes Jerusalem, targeting Albaz, so that is unfortunate. Yeah. Anyways, we go Bestial Rebellion. So here, the reason why you must probably thought that why don't I go Rebellion and place Regained first is because I took out Regained when I was siding out, because I decided, there's a good chance maybe Regained may not come up quite a bit. So I decided, let me just take that out to make space, because I want to make space for Lancia and I think Lightning Storm as well. So that's why. So Regained wasn't in my deck. That's why I didn't use Rebellion too early. Decided, let me just put it there on the field. So yeah, no, there was not going to be a Regained to shuffle back this Albaz. So moving on, we normal summon Aluba, search Branded Fusion. On res, I think, yeah, okay, my opponent, we go Branded Fusion, but my opponent has the Dominus Impulse, which is absolutely rough. We then go Nadir, which my opponent then Solemn Judgments, which is so rough for us. And we enter battle phase. I just get rid of Jerusalem because I don't want him to have too many bodies on his field. So he sends our Bestial Rebellion. End of main, my opponent goes GWCO 6, summoning White Binder. White Binder will, he's going to banish our Fusion out of the side. We're not playing through this. I have nothing. He can just go for game. He can literally go for game. He will be able to put enough damage on the field. But game number 3 now, we open Droplet, Brandon White, Albion the Shrouded, Thrust, and Brandon Red. My opponent opens D-Shifter, Jerusalem, Allure, Malice, and Underground in GWC 06. But in draw phase, my opponent drops D-Shifter, and I'm like, well, we have no plays. Thrust is not going to search us something that is useful. It's not going to search us anything. Albion Shrouded is dead. Brandon White, we have not enough materials. And Droplet is also dead, but we just may as well set it and we pass turn. So we have an open field. Main phase, opponent sets the GWC 06. He then activates Allure, draws into Talons and Dotscaper, banishing Jerusalem. Activate the field spell, banish Dormouse. Dormouse will then summon itself. Dormouse effect will then banish White Rabbit. White Rabbit will summon itself, and then on summon it will trigger to set a Malice spell. Malice. Oh no, he doesn't trigger White Rabbit. Anyways, normal summon Dotscaper. Banish all his materials to go into White Binder. White Binder will just banish the Shifter so that another Shifter is live, and then White Binder effect will set MTP 07, and then he enters battle phase, deals some damage. I think what happened was, because he used Dormouse, he was supposed to be additional 600. I think I remember picking it up after some time. Or did he use it? No, he didn't use Dormouse effect. I forgot. Did he? I don't know, guys. Maybe that was a misplay. I kind of forgot now. Anyways, he goes GWC 06, banish your White Binder to reborn White Rabbit, and then on rares, White Binder will summon itself, and he draws into another copy of White Rabbit. He attacks for 1-2, and he attacks for 2-3. Wait, hold up. Did Dormouse use its effect? Dormouse. Yeah, he was supposed to get that additional 600 attack off the monsters. So that was also one slight misplay there. Anyways, moving on. He then links off into Lingoribo to stop a trap, and he sets Kolbai and passes turn. We join to Maximus, which is so far dead. But anyways, we go Albion Shrouded, sending Albaz. That's where we have, name for Brandon White and Brandon Red. We then go Bestial Rebellion, to which our opponent chains Kolbai, which is rough. We then go branded in white, performing fusion summon, going to Albion, and then unfortunately we can't fusion summon into anything else, so we enter battle phase, declare an attack on white binder. Opponent chains MTP07, so we chain droplet just to put what's its name, Albion in the grave. So yeah, opponents, yeah, he can still banish. Does it banish? It says banish one card on the field, right? Yeah, banish one card on the field. So unfortunately, banishes white binder. White binder will trigger, and he will banish our Albion, the branded dragon in our grave. He also joins Jewels from there, so it banishes Maximus, Albion, and branded in white. We go thrust, and here we search branded fusion. We then go branded fusion effect, sending Albaz and Tragedy, going to Rebellion, then Chainlink 1 Rebellion, Chainlink 2 Tragedy, searching Aluba because we didn't normal summon yet, and then we'll shuffle back our banished Albaz and Rebellion to go into Mirror Jade. We then normal summon Aluba effect here. Okay, that was I don't know, so, like I said, DB's just clicking buttons for no reason. We search Branded Regain because, you know, yeah, there's a good chance he has a Bestial in his hand. We then go end phase, Mirror Jade, banishing Titan Eclair, and then on res. So here's the thing, my opponent asked me, even though we're in the end phase, right, and I went Mirror Jade effect, banishing the white binder, on resolution of Mirror Jade's effect, we weren't sure whether priority comes back to me. So basically, can my opponent activate Jerusalem effect, because it's technically a quick effect on the resolution of Mirror Jade's effect. So I thought he can, because, you know, you do get a chance to activate any quick effects on resolution of any effect your opponent activates, you know, something like that. I don't know. If you guys know the ruling, do let me know. Like, because I resolved, he didn't chain Jerusalem on Mirror Jade's effect. He rather chained, not trained, he activated Jerusalem's effect on resolution of Mirror Jade's banished. But anyways, yeah, he goes Jerusalem, banishing Titan, then gets shuffled back with the regained, so we join to fuse deployment, which is rough. But anyways, my opponent draws into Imperm, normal summon Chessie effect, banish white binder, join to Gold Sock and Imperm, white rabbit will trigger, to which we chain regain, shuffling it back, and we join to Super Poly. Yeah. And then he links off into Hot Scripter, Jerusalem, Chainlink 1 will send Mirror Jade, and then under res we trigger Mirror Jade, and then my opponent will go Talents to rip Super Poly out of our hand. My opponent then will go battle phase, attack Aluba for 700 damage. He then triggers Hot Scripter. Basically he's gonna banish itself. Hot Scripter will reborn itself for 5,000 damage, 5,000 attack, and attack for game. So yeah, we just scooped there. So guys, yeah, that was the gameplay. Sorry about those two misplays. One where the white binder was supposed to draw a card, and then two was, what was the one? There was another misplay, I think. I did mention just now. Anyways, yeah, there was just one or two slight misplays there. So yeah, guys, that is the gameplay. So yeah, Maliss player ended up winning this. Unfortunately, in game number 3 we didn't join into any plays, and D-Shifter stopped it as well. So yeah, that was unfortunate. So yeah, guys, that is the gameplay. Like I said, guys, in the 60 card build with Nadir Servant, yeah, it is a good card, but I felt like when I was playing the grass variant, I had a lot more plays to make. Like, I just had a lot more cards that enabled me to play or make more plays, you know, grass, fill up your grave, trigger whatever cards you mull, and then the whole point is, like, you just have so many cards, more cards you can trigger. Yeah, so I don't know, I have been feeling a bit off about Nadir Servant. So yeah, that is my opinion, but maybe I'll make some changes to the deck list, but yeah, you know, we'll see. So anyways, guys, that is gameplay. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.